Welcome back, everyone. Following a much-needed win over the Orlando Magic, the Lakers had a borderline must-win game tonight against Phoenix, and they were able to pull it out. Now, it definitely was not easy for them, but they were able to beat the Suns for the first time in over 2 years now, and it could not have come at a better time for them either. Entering tonight, they were on the outside looking in the playoff picture, but now they are once again back in the play-in tournament, and only a couple games away from being the 5th seed. I'm not too confident in their ability to get that high, but simply getting in will be their priority, and if they hope to do that, they will need to continue playing like they did tonight. They got a great game from D'Angelo Russell, a big second half performance from Anthony Davis, and then another huge game from Austin Reaves, who has now become a part of their starting lineup. I mean, I did not think they really needed to move him there, but he obviously took advantage of it, dropping a casual 25 points, a team-high 11 assists, and then once again absolutely living at the free throw line. And in my opinion, none of that was due to him entering their starting lineup either, nor has it been due to his great performance lately in general. Rather, it's been much more about how they've utilized him. Up until this point, he had primarily been playing off the ball for them, with either D'Angelo Russell or even Dennis Schroeder getting ball handling duties ahead of him, though that has definitely not been the case lately. They have now given him complete freedom with the ball, and they are not limiting him to anything either. Austin Reaves has been setting up their half-court offense, running pick-and-roll plays with Anthony Davis, and even getting the chance to repeatedly isolate too. In my opinion, letting Austin Reaves quote-unquote cook has been a big-time adjustment within their offense, and I think we can all agree that it's paying dividends. I mean, the guy is looking borderline unstoppable lately, and the MVP chants have gone from being a meme to now having legitimate reason behind them. Now, I'm not quite sure we can expect him to keep this up, but Austin Reaves will continue to be a big part of what they do moving forward, and especially while they play without LeBron James. I really hope they don't change that either. He looks significantly better leading their offense compared to Schroeder, and even D'Angelo Russell at times too, which is a great change of pace for them to have. They have been the #1 rated defense since the trade deadline, though it's been a bit of a rough time for them on offense, and in my opinion, he has been giving them the spark of life they desperately needed. Another guy worth mentioning happens to be Jared Vanderbilt. He might not have put up big numbers, but he made Devin Booker work all game, and there is a huge difference with Vanderbilt guarding him compared to anyone else. With all of that being said though, I will leave all of you with a few post-game interviews from tonight's game, and after listening to them, let me know your takeaways from tonight in the comments down below.
Little trick up the sleeve, you know,
Yeah, let's start with that. Get a career high in points out of Austin Reaves on Sunday, career high in assists for him tonight. How do you think his insertion to the starting lineup helped your overall effort tonight?
I think it was huge. You know, he got us help get us off to a great start. His ability to play downhill, draw fouls, you know, score at all 3 levels, find guys, you know, his ability to play make. I mean, he was huge for us, and you know, he's been huge for us all year. You mentioned last game, you know, he's in a great space right now, feeling his game and just locked in to what we're trying to accomplish, and I just felt like it made all the sense in the world. And you know, salute the Bees, being a pro's pro, understanding the strategic part of it. And Bees was locked in, ready, came off the bench, hit 2 big threes for us, and competed. And so that's what we need, man. That's the competitiveness, but yet the togetherness that I've mentioned all year. And AD, again, we've talked about it before the game, his accountability, you know, really, and not thinking that he was aggressive enough in previous games, coming out and really not selling and going hard downhill to the rim as well. So it's a great team win. Vando defended his butt off. Dennis, all of those guys, everyone that participated, Winyan, I mentioned Malik, you know, Dennis, it's those guys fought and competed. That's a tough team down the hall. That's only going to get tougher when they get KD back. So it was great to get a win, huge win to get, and, you know, definitely a big step in the right direction.
Whole squad standpoint, what stood out to you most? What impressed you most?
Yeah, defensively, I think we were really good. We had some slip-ups, but for the most part, I think we did a good job defensively. Vando did a good job on Book, just making it tough for him. He made some tough shots. Austin was on him. Dennis, just making it tough for him all night. Nothing really easy. Rebounding the basketball and, just playing free, having fun. So a lot of guys played well, stepped up, and it's a big win for us for sure.
You've made it a priority to make sure everyone feels involved. But, for example, in the third quarter, when you take over, what tells you in that moment it's time?
Just knowing how big of a game this was. Obviously just trying to get myself going in the first half. Not that I wasn't looking for my shots, but, the plays were just, Austin getting fouled or, getting his shot, Dennis, D-Lo. And then the second half, it just, by them being aggressive in the first half, it just kind of opened up for me in the third quarter, and we're just able to take advantage of opportunities. Just try to do, what I do, and kind of open up again for them a little bit in the fourth. So, like Coach said, it was a great team win. A must-win for us, and we came out and played that way.
What did you make of the new starting group with Austin and how he fit in tonight?
It was different. Austin usually the guy coming off the bench bringing that energy, when we need it. So we're kind of, curious to see how it play out, and then kind of B's kind of feeling that role, come in, hit 2 threes. So doing a lot of things for us. So it was good for us. Obviously getting off to a fast start and not getting behind. 10, 12 like we usually do. So Austin come in with us. I think he scored like 10 in the first quarter. Kind of help us get going, and it was good for us.
Austin, I do think it's safe to say that you're not getting water doused in your head, but I'm a little bit gun-shy from last time, so that's good. After the career high in points last game, you get the call into the starting lineup. You do get a career high in assists tonight with 11. But what's the mindset coming in, and is anything for you change as you now enter a starting lineup with a couple of different guys out there?
Yeah, like I've told you a million times, I'm just trying to play the right way. Obviously, without Brian, try to be a little bit more aggressive and try to fill a little void because he, brings so much to the table. Everybody's got to chip in on that aspect, and everybody did tonight as a go win, and hopefully we can keep it going.
The games are starting to dwindle. Obviously, you guys understand the stakes. I think the building and the fan base have understood the stakes. How do you guys just deal with that? And it's probably pressure, but in a good way, to try and make sure that you're delivering every night, even if it's not technically the playoffs. Feels like it.
Yeah, for sure. Lakers Nation's the best. Obviously, the atmosphere is great. It's been great the whole season, but especially these last couple games, we need that. We need the energy in the building to kind of push us through some times during the game that we're struggling a little bit. So shout out Laker Nation, and it's a good win.
You get the 25 points, so you do it on only 10 shot attempts. And a lot of that comes because of the skill that you've shown getting to the free throw line. That's been a consistent part of the diet lately. What are you looking to do with the defense, the way that they're covering you to get to the free throw line?
Yeah, I'm just trying to use my pivots and, get good looks. I'm not, going to get fouled or anything. I'm trying to just play the right way and, kind of play the way I've always played. Yeah, that's really it. I like to use my pivots in the lane, and maybe 1, 2, maybe one tonight 3. So it's fun, and that's the way I like to play.
Last one for you. What do you just take out of this game as you kind of finish this homestand before the last long road trip, and how important is it to keep this level of urgency and energy?
It's do or die right now. I don't know what happened in the standings tonight, but, if we control what we can control, and that's our game every night, we go out and compete and, play with a sense of urgency like we did tonight in the last couple games, then we'll be fine. But that's really it, just keeping the edge and knowing that we got to have these down the stretch.
Well, winning's better than losing in the standings, right?
Always.
All right, thanks, Al.
Appreciate you.